Live from the 301, live from the pod. I want to welcome my audience back to Curry in the Pod. This is episode number 221. I'm your host, my guy Mike Curry, and I'm back another episode, man. It's been a little minute. Been traveling, man. Been doing some things, bro. Wedding season definitely upon us, man. Congratulations to the Smiths. I'm sorry. Pulled up on you guys in LA, man. That was an amazing wedding. It's beautiful, man. It was definitely beautiful. Then a couple weeks later, I was out in KC, man. Went to Arrowhead, man. It was lit, bro. I was in Arrowhead with Saints gear, so we're gonna address that Saints elephant in the room tonight. Guys ain't won a game in like 5 weeks, bro. Yeah, last time they beat the Cowboys. That's crazy.
They won their Super Bowl in week 2.
That's the last time we was here. That's the last time we was here. So, what a turn that life has taken. But like I said, wedding season happened. Went to KC. And my guy Bink turned 19.
I did. Oh, my bad.
Bink turned 19 a couple of days ago, man. So, without further ado, obviously my guy Bink is here. So, Bink, what's good, bro? Happy belated, of course. What's good, man?
Appreciate you, man. I mean, thanks for having me as always. You had me on here since how old was I the first time I was on here?
13.
13? I was about to say, it's been a minute. 6 years is crazy.
I had him on the show and I called him the 13-year-old phenom. And then I just kept rocking with it. It was like 14-year-old phenom because 14 phenom, then 15-year-old phenom. It just kept going. But yeah, my guy Bink is 19 now, man, doing this thing, man. Tell the folks about your TikTok page, man. It's been blowing up, man. It's been doing numbers.
Yeah, I'm up to 965 followers now.
You started at the beginning of the season though. You said like 150 or something like that.
Yeah, it was around there. It's called Just a Casual Sports. People call me a casual all the time, so I was like, I might as well just rock with it. Just put it through the ringer.
The thing is, I don't think you a casual though.
I don't think I am either.
I think you're a homer. but man, let's get into it, man. Let's talk, man. We got a lot of stuff to talk about, man. WNBA Finals is going on right now. At the time of recording, Liberty is up 2-1 in this series, man. They could close it out, but we'll see. MLB is in full effect. We got ALCS, you got NLCS, Dodgers looking to close out the Mets. You got Yankees looking to take the upper hand against the Guardians at the time of recording, man. But let's talk, man. We're going to talk real quick about the Saints because I don't really want to spend too much time on this. I almost say something I don't normally say, but I don't want to spend too much time on the Saints. Those guys, I'm going to say that, man. But obviously a lot of injuries. Spencer Rattler's in at QB.
I feel like their biggest injury, though, was Eric McCoy, their center. After he went out, a lot of the stuff they were doing in the run game just wasn't available anymore. And then we see what Derek Carr was without the run game, and it just looked bad. I know you was there not front row, but close to the front row in Kansas City. How did it look out there?
I don't think their run game looked particularly bad. I saw some opportunities that some plays could have been made. It was a lot of Mason Tipton had quite a few targets in that game and they tried like the same concept a couple different times, couldn't hit him. They just weren't able to execute. I don't recall the run game not being like super shut down, but I just recall the Saints not being able to execute. And when you can't execute, especially when you're playing on the road in Arrowhead, nothing's really on your side. I saw like an execution, man. Derek Carr didn't look that sharp, but Chris Olave was in a box that game.
Then he got concussed the next game.
Yeah, then he got concussed next. So get well to my guy Chris Olave, but
they executed for one quarter against Tampa. They put up 27. They put up 27 unanswered points and still lost the game by 30.
I don't understand, man. Everybody knows I'm a Saints fan. Looks like for this year, but it's just nasty stuff, man. But now they have the injury excuse, but it's a lot deeper than that, man. Because they had some games that they should have won. It could have easily been 4-0, to be honest. They should have beat the Eagles, but they had 3 men running into each other.
That was a play that changed their season. Yeah. It feels like right after there, that's what they stopped executing.
That's all I'm going to think about. Like, literally 3 men. Because I've never seen that before. And I can't remember. You remember?
Yeah, but I was on the phone with you.
This is the highest level of football. How does that happen? How? 3 men running into each other, bro.
Two is somewhat understandable, especially on those plays with crossing routes.
That happens.
But 3, that's not. That don't happen often.
The highest level of football, man.
They lost to a Eagles team without Davante Smith and AJ Brown for majority of it.
You know what Rome told me?
Oh yeah, Omatic checking in. Shout out my guy James, Omatic, Soundman, whatever you want to call him, man. On the behind the lens.
Rome told me the line is the line, and that was supposed to happen. That's what Rome told me when I said this was fluke.
Yeah, because he was on the Eagles that game,
bruh. I was like, Saints should have covered.
Bro, you gotta stop, bro.
I told him that shit was fluke. He was like, yo, the line is the line. This was supposed to happen. I'm like, bro, there's no way that 3 men can take a terrible angle like this. And he scampers for 60, 70 yards to cover, bro. He said that was supposed to happen, bro. That's all I got.
You really don't care about analytics. You don't care about X's. He just cares about the line.
Yo. Oh my God! But I said I didn't want to spend a bunch of time on the Saints, but they got smoked by the Broncos last night. But
wait, can I talk about something real quick?
Yeah, for sure.
I'm extremely happy that I don't have to watch Cowboys football this weekend. I don't think you understand how happy I am that I don't have to watch our defense surrender probably 100 yards on the ground game to the bye week. Put Dak in a situation where it's literally just. It was, bro, the game against Detroit was so frustrating to watch because CD could get open, but it's like they're going to put 3 guys on CD, and then it's like Jalen Tolbert creates separation, Jake Ferguson creates separation. These are guys who have steady hands, but you can't ask them to create separation consistently. And then other than that, it's like Jalen Brooks, and then Jalen Brooks sucks. I'm not going to lie. I'm just going to put that out there. Ryan Florino, he was my guy during preseason. He had 1 catch, fumbled on it immediately. I'm like, all right, it's over. I'm not saying like the season is over, but like,
I don't even know who these cats are.
It's pretty much over because, yo, I was like, Davante Adams and him. You know what really got me?
What?
Amari Cooper got traded for more from the Browns than it did for us to give him to the Browns.
This is true.
That was my point where I was like, man, this season, this gonna be up there. It's gonna be one of them ones, like
for sure. That was crazy though, but
and we're not even gonna lose enough games to get a good draft pick. Like we're too good to be one of the worst teams in football, but we're too bad to be anything serious.
Yeah, middle of the pack vibes. What else I want to talk about, man? Because I don't want to recap last week. I feel like last week it's last week.
Yeah, we already had Thursday.
Yeah,
I didn't watch much of the game. I can't even lie.
What's sad is I watched the entire game. Cause like we was all gaming, of course, and then y'all got off. So I'm like, let me see what's up with this game. Like, I want to see my boy Chase, man. Let's see. I'm just watching the jump, and then it's just the Saints' run defense is so terrible. Like it's bro. The interior D line is bad. Like,
you know what I'm laughing
it's bad.
at?
What?
Because William in the group chat said, yo, Bo Nick's a baller. I get on Twitter. First thing I see is the pass in between the 2 wide open receivers.
They said he was throwing it to Demaryius Thomas.
He said,
that was fucked up. I saw that. I was just like,
rest in peace, bro.
I was like, come on now.
I've never seen somebody underthrow and overthrow a receiver on the same exact play.
It was bad.
Like,
and yet they still beat the Saints.
I look at their team and I look at their roster, and it just doesn't make sense how the Broncos are pulling out these games. I can't lie.
Hey man, your guy Jalen's not here. Our guy Jalen's not here, man.
Oh my God, he would have.
Some nasty agendas would be getting pushed if he was over here, man. Shout out to our guy Jalen, man. Rizzo, as he calls himself, as a Broncos fan. The only Broncos fan I know. But what else do you want to talk about from last week? Like, what caught your eye? I know, Commanders Ravens game was pretty good. But I mean, I talked about this on the Monday Morning Pod. But what did you make of that?
You said the Commanders-Ravens game?
Commanders-Ravens.
I mean, it pretty much went how I expected to. I expected the Ravens kind of like control the tempo and control the clock. I mean, Jaden Daniels looked really good again, but like I feel like that's what we've been seeing all season. One thing I will say though is I don't know if you've been paying attention to like the rookie of the weeks the NFL be putting out.
They say you got like 5 of them.
He won last week.
Yeah, I know.
He had no business winning last week. Caleb threw 4 touchdowns.
That is a fact.
He actually had no business winning last week, even though he looked really sharp. But I mean, this really wasn't much to take away from the game. It kind of went how I expected. Jaden looked sharp. The Ravens controlled the game. The Ravens, they look like a force in the AFC. I can't even lie. Even though I was skeptical about some of the things they were doing, especially defensively, but offensively, they're gonna be the Ravens.
Pass defense is still.
But I feel like they could.
Sus.
I feel like they could get away with that as long as they don't. They ran the ball 10 times in the AFC Championship game last year. As long as they don't do that again.
If they kept running the ball, they would have easily been representing the AFC in the Super Bowl, in my opinion. But
Shout out my guy Drake May though.
Drake, yo, the surgeon. Drake made a surgeon. No, we just talking about this.
He threw for the
air.
He threw for the most yards against the Texans this season.
He was tough, bro. Hey, shout out to him, bro. Because I think this rookie class has a chance to really go down in history. I think I asked you about this last week.
The quarterback class,
the QB class. Yeah, Caleb. Obviously, we know what he was touted up to be.
And he's starting to turn the corner.
Yeah, he's starting to turn that corner. Jaden Daniels has been absolutely magnificent. He's been excellent. Commanders are 4-2, so he's been everything
he's
is advertised.
Right there he's in the MVP conversation right now.
Like he's definitely. Had the Commanders won that game last week against the Ravens, I would have put the Jaden Daniels MVP ticket in there. I would have put it in. I would have threw like a little unit on there.
No way.
I'd have put the ticket in.
I got to tell a story real quick. I told you this in the group chat. I was in the barber shop when the Commanders was playing the Cardinals. And he was doing my lineup, so my eyes was closed, so I wasn't looking at the TV. I just hear the barber to my left go, I think Jaden Daniels going to be the first rookie of the year to not throw an interception.
I believe he was calling me right
Immediately I hear, and it's picked
now.
off.
Guess who's calling me right now? I'm going to answer this. Rome, we're on the air, man. We're recording. What's up, bro?
All is good. I just want some more Florida State.
Yo, this is funny, bro. All right, bro.
To my veins. The line is the line.
Yo, we just talked about this on the pod, bro. Oh my God. Hey, go ahead and send it through, bro. I'm gonna get you.
Where'd it go?
Hold on.
Yo, my man right here too, dog.
What's up, nigga? Yo, nigga. What's up?
So funny vibe, bro.
Alright, yo.
This genuinely might be the funniest one we dropped. And we only 15 minutes
we
in.
We like Club 520 vibes in here
We
tonight.
only 15 minutes in.
Yo. Oh my God.
Oh my God. Only other thing I could talk about from last week is that Jordan Love finally looked back off his injury.
Oh, he looked great.
He looked.
I gave him out as MVP of the week on the Monday morning pod. I don't know if you ever listened or tapped in, but we recapped 2 games from the slate, and then we have awards. So we got MVP, WTF moment, and best game plan. And I gave my MVP of the week to Jordan Love because he looked really sharp, man.
Yeah.
I was talking about how last week in the Rams game, he
looked like he was still laboring a little bit.
Like, yeah, exactly. And then, but I gave my best game plan to Matt LaFleur because it's like, hey, they did what they needed to do and got out of there. Mm-hmm. Last week he looked like what we touted him up to be, like MVP.
They got a good matchup this week against Houston.
That's gonna be a hell of a game.
That's probably my favorite game of the week right now. We better start talking about week 7.
Yeah, you can lead the way, man. I'm doing something for long, man.
All right, so Thursday night game already happened. We touched on it a little bit, but week 7 we starting off across the pond in London this week. Patriots, Jaguars. I don't think we're gonna spend much time on this game. The Jaguars are actually 6-point favorites. I think that has a lot to do with the fact that they're already in London.
Definitely.
However, I think the Patriots are gonna come out and pull this one away. Ramondre Stevenson look like he's gonna be up to go. The Jaguars have one of the worst secondaries in the NFL. I dropped a YouTube video actually.
Talk to him.
I was talking about the coaching malpractice with Jacksonville and how they lost Tyson Campbell. He still hasn't been back yet this season. However, their corners are like Monteric Brown, Ronald Darby, and Jamario
You
Jones.
talking about Jaguars?
Yeah.
Oh, shout out my guy Christian Braswell. He's in the rotation too.
And it's just like they still continue to run man at one of the highest rates in the NFL, and I don't even know some of their corners on the field. So, yeah, I just think, and it's crazy to say because I don't even think the Patriots are well coached right now, but I think they're the better coach team right now than Jacksonville. I think they're going to come out of London with the W.
I think so. I wonder where I think I'm gonna catch the points with Juan Soto's a home run. That was my dad. If it caught, but it's a big game, like I said, man. ALCS, but what was he talking? Oh, talking about the Patriots. Yeah, I think they have a good chance. I lean with them. The Jaguars are just bad ball, like
on both sides.
Yeah, they just bad ball,
and it's like they have the playmakers. They just don't put them in position to succeed.
Yeah, it's weird, bro. It's weird.
And then Travis Etienne has been a lot of weird stuff going on with his injury and his playing time. Mm-hmm. Is Tank Bigsby playing this week?
I don't know. I've been hearing a lot of Dearness Johnson.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on over there.
Yeah, but I don't know what's up with the Jags, bro. But
they made the playoffs.
Patriots been a tough out this year in spots, so yeah, I could see them continue to be in a tough out.
Jacksonville made the playoffs 2 years ago, and they went back to being Jacksonville.
Good old Jacksonville.
But the next game on slate is Seattle and Atlanta. I think that's going to be a shootout. I think that's going to be a fun one. I think it's going to be a lot of points scored.
Seattle, Atlanta.
I want to go with Atlanta. I mean, they're favored by 3 points as well. I want to go with Atlanta. They have the highest over-under of the week at 51.
Wait a second. So this is Seattle team on L3 in a row.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if I can see Seattle losing 4 games in a row. That's my only thing.
But why is that?
I don't know why. I just can't see this team lose. I can't literally put it into words, but it's just a gut feeling that Seattle's going to win this game. I really don't have a good reason why. I can't tell you. I think this game's going to be a lot like the Tampa game that they played against Atlanta earlier this season on a Thursday.
This is interesting because you got, like I said, Seattle's lost 3 in a row. Atlanta's won 3 in a row. Atlanta's got to be looking at themselves like, hey, we still got a good shot at this division.
No Tariq Woolen this week for Seattle.
Falcons money line.
Has he played this year? I feel like I hear no Tyreek Woolen like every week. Has he played football this year?
I'm pretty sure he played.
Yeah, he got hurt like 3 games ago. He got hurt when they won that 3rd straight game.
I mean, they started out 3-0 and lost 3 in a row. I just don't. This is a tough one. I'm gonna roll with Seattle, I guess.
Yeah, the game before the Lions game, that's when he got hurt.
Yeah, because there was no Tariq Woolen, no Byron Murphy, no.
I remember
any of them.
They went after whoever they were playing. He was like they went right after.
Who were they playing?
I just remember you saying that. But you were like, yeah, they went right after.
Oh, it was the Giants. The Giants. Yeah, it was the Giants. As soon as it was the Giants game where he got out because they went out and then Darius Slayton got 3 catches in a row on the touchdown. I was like, who is the corner over there? I was like, oh, that's Tariq Woolen's replacement.
I thought he was on the Giants that day, man. But yeah, it's a real good Sunday slate, man.
We don't got to spend time on Titans Bills.
I was just looking at that.
Buffalo's gonna win. Shout out Josh Allen.
I want to talk about Eagles Giants because the spread is so short. Eagles are laying 3. What do you think of this?
You know how I feel about the Giants.
I know how I feel about the Eagles. I don't
like the Eagles either. You know how I feel about Nick Sirianni specifically.
Oh yeah, facts.
You know how I always say it's my guy. He's probably the absolute opposite of a guy you could call my guy. I don't know, man. Saquon's return is the game in New York?
Yeah. Game is in New York.
Saquon's return to New York. The Eagles should win the game. Like if we look at it on paper, the Eagles should win this game. However, I think Daboll's a better coach than Sirianni, but I don't know if they're able to overcome the talent deficiency there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm interested to see what the Giants' game plan is going to be on offense, just given that, Philadelphia's defense is
They got to be getting the ball out fast to Neighbors and Wandale.
Yeah, facts.
That has to be the game plan.
Malik Neighbors coming back, so I'm interested to see because he was going crazy, bro. I think his receptions at like 6.5, bro, as it should be.
Oh, the Bills. We didn't even talk about Amari Cooper.
Oh yeah,
he in Buffalo now.
Yeah, and then we're gonna definitely talk about Davante Adams too. But Amari Cooper to the Bills. All right, I'm gonna try to be nice because I've been saying Keon Coleman ain't the guy, and listen, he's a nice guy, got a nice personality, good with the media, what have you. But he's not it, bro. He's not the guy. If he was, they wouldn't go trade for Amari Cooper. That's my opinion.
Okay. I'm not the biggest Keon Coleman guy. I'm not even about to sit on here and argue about him, but I don't think that's why they traded for Amari Cooper.
I think that's why.
We said before the season they need another weapon. It was literally just Khalil Shakir.
I think that's why, bro. when you
But look
draft
at
a
their-
guy with your because they didn't have a first round pick, right? They traded out, right?
Well, yeah, they had when they traded Xavier Worthy.
Exactly. So when you make your first selection in the draft, looks like Maddie wants to interject.
As a former Mafia, definitely former Bills Mafia.
He
guy.
said former.
Super Josh
Yeah, to
Allen.
make sure I said
My
that.
favorite quarterback in the league. I don't think it's because of Keon. It's just extra help, bro. But Keon is definitely underperformed. But also, it's just like we want Keon to be the number one. He hasn't been that. There's not too many rookies that step up and be that number one, though. I mean,
He's not Malik.
we have
Neighbors.
outliers out here,
Yeah.
like Malik Neighbors.
Yeah.
Right? He's not Malik Neighbors. He's not a Brian Thomas Jr. Like, he's none of these guys, right? Keon sucks.
Yeah, I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it.
But he's not the number one, right? So let's bring in Amari, right? A proven veteran, essentially. Like, we just let go of Diggs. We're throwing Keon to be our number one for Josh Allen. Week 1 and 2 is like, okay, cool. We have our guys. We're all happy. Everybody's getting the ball. You know, all that bullshit. No, nigga, no. This is not good offense here. You know what I mean? Like, let's bring in a proven guy that can allegedly catch it. I've never been a Amari Cooper fan. I think he has bricks for hands, but he's a great route runner.
He also doesn't like playing in the cold. That's my other
That's
thing.
what they say. I mean, he's gonna have to learn it now.
Yeah.
He's gotta have to learn it now. But he's a great
fact.
route runner. He just never can catch. So I don't know how that's gonna work with Josh Allen beaming footballs at somebody. I don't know if he's gonna catch these balls, but it is an upgrade over Keon Coleman.
For sure.
At any point.
No, I think that definitely helps, man. And you know,
Because they was looking for somebody to step up. I mean,
He
Shakir.
needs somebody.
Shakir stepped up, but it's not like you're not
He's
looking
5'10",
at.
like, you know what I mean? Like, what
he's
are we
not
doing?
number one. You
You're
expected
a slot
Dalton
guy.
Kincaid to step up a little bit more. He hasn't really been the guy to step up. So
they were saying Kincaid's supposed to be the dude.
yeah, he's my fantasy title on most of my teams.
Still got Dawson Knox in the mix. Like, what are we doing? We're not serious here. Let's get a fucking guy in here that can catch a pass.
For sure.
Allegedly. Because he
But no, I
can't
think-
catch. Amari don't be catching passes.
Yeah, but no, I think it definitely helps though.
Well, you just talked about Amari Cooper the same way I talk about Jerry Judy.
I don't like
Jerry Judy was my guy coming out of Alabama.
bricks for hand.
But no, I definitely think it was a move they need to make. I feel like they need to go get another guy.
I'm just looking at the slate. Obviously Cincinnati's gonna win this week. Now, since I said that, Cleveland's definitely gonna win this game 100%. But can they turn around? Do you think Cincinnati can turn it around?
Do I think they could turn? Not with that, but I don't. Do I think the Bengals can turn it around?
I don't know what their schedule
Their
looks like.
defense,
It sucks.
it sucks. Which
It's horrible.
And when they were at their best, like when when they went to when I say at their best, obviously when they went to the Super Bowl, the defense was good. Like it was.
Yo, I just looked at their schedule. It's a lot of winnable games on this.
Okay, so I mean, I think they can, but their defense is trash.
Yeah.
Their defense is trash. It's not what it once was. Obviously, when it went to the Super Bowl, I'm hearing Trey Henderson is unhappy with his contract or something like that.
He's been unhappy since the start of the season.
So the secondary is just bad. I think Mike Hilton's their best corner, but
He's a slot guy.
Yeah, so it's
Shout out Cam Taylor-Britt. he be talking
Yeah.
all the time.
you do be talking, man.
I didn't realize, I've been watching the game, so I knew the games they lost was close, but it's a 6-point loss to the Patriots, a 1-point loss to the Chiefs, a 5-point loss to the Commanders, a 3-point loss to the Ravens. They're in all these games. And I'm looking at the rest of the schedule.
They didn't lose to no. They went besides the Patriots. They
They still
didn't lose
got-
to any bad teams.
They still got both Cleveland games. I feel like those should be wins. They still got the Raiders, Chargers. Titans, Broncos.
So here's the thing, though. So I talk about this again. I'm gonna keep referencing Monday morning.
Probably gonna beat Dallas as well.
Because I gotta reference everything. Because I really be I be spitting facts, bro, on every platform. So I was saying the Bengals have shown the inability to close games. They should have won that Chiefs game.
They should
have won that Commanders game. They should have won that Ravens game. So obviously their schedule coming up isn't, there's winnable games, but they put themselves behind the 8 ball with the inability to close games.
And I think that has a lot to do with Zach Taylor. I don't know if I said it on this podcast a while ago, but I've never been a Zach Taylor guy.
I think you did. I got nothing for Zach Taylor, bro. He's not that good of a coach.
The way he closed out that Ravens game was
Shout out Sean McVay for getting him that job done.
The way he closed out the Ravens game was so bad. They got the ball in overtime. Joe Burrow's on a heater ran the ball 3 straight times, basically got no yards. It was like Evan McPherson kick a 57-yarder for a game, and he missed it.
Evan McPherson is showing a little regression too. You know, they call him Kick Fearson and this, that, and the third. They the Super Bowl year, but he's definitely taking a step back. Want to talk about another game though? That's interesting this week. Vikings Lions, man. What you think? Vikings.
I always say the Vikings eventually are going to lose. I think they win this week, and I think it has a lot to do with Aiden Hutchinson being gone. I don't think the Lions pass rushers.
Get well, man.
Okay, we talked about the Bills getting a trade for Keon Coleman. The Lions have to trade for an edge rusher.
Chase Young, nah.
They have to trade for. There will be an upgrade. Chase Young will be an upgrade over anybody they have. Their best pass rusher is James Houston.
Yeah, no, fact.
It's James Houston, Josh Pascal. I don't even know who else. I mean, they got 2 good defensive tackles in McNeil and DJ Reader, but it's like eventually you're gonna need to rush 4 and win with 4. They can't win with 4 right now, and that's gonna be the difference in them winning and losing this game, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, that's true because Christian Darrisaw is left tackle, right?
Yeah,
so they're gonna be able to keep Sam.
And
Darnold
Brian O'Neill's
upright.
right side.
Yeah, they're gonna be able to keep Sam Darnold upright. I'm sorry. So, damn, you just made me think. I definitely forgot about the Aiden O'Connell injury for a split second. I mean, Aiden Hutchinson. I'm sorry. Ew. I said O'Connell. I definitely forgot about the Aiden Hutchinson injury for a quick second, but
he's gone for the year. Like I know I was talking the Lions up a lot on the season preview and how I think they're going to be the team to represent the NFC, but it's like their pass rush is so weak without Hutchinson. I'm not even the biggest Aiden Hutchinson guy.
Yeah, no, you don't like him. But interesting though, you said Vikings Vikings are favorites in this game. They are at home.
1.5 point favorites, but they still favorites.
Favorites, nevertheless.
Are we talking about plays for this game?
We can.
At all?
I wasn't, but you can interject anytime, bro.
Justin Jefferson has had monster games
against the Lions. Yeah, he has.
In the last 7 games, bro.
Hey, Sam Darnold's going to have a lot of time in that pocket.
He hasn't had less than 124 yards against these guys.
Like I said, I put on my fantasy rankings.
Last 6 of 7 games.
That's actually. Hey, what's his line? Hold on, bro.
I put on my fantasy rankings each week on TikTok. He was the wide receiver 1 for me this week,
bro. Like he hasn't had less than 124 against.
And that last one was with Nick Mullins.
In the last 6 or 7 games, bro. It's kind of crazy.
That last one was with Nick Mullins at quarterback.
Wait, was that the Lions? That was Cam Sutton was talking to him, and they had in a receiver Netflix documentary. And I think he was playing the Lions, and he was talking trash to him.
Yeah, no,
bad idea. But I'm seeing Justin Jefferson 90 and a half. I'm seeing 90 yards everywhere. In a lot of places. I'm sorry. Definitely seeing some 92 and a half, some 93s and a half. So actually, I might gotta for the pod, man. Might just lock it in, man. Might lock it in for the pod. He said 1 feet. Hey, look, my guy Omatic had a Nafisa Collier over 5.5 first quarter points. I wanted to play it, but there was a lot of juice on that. I saw minus 154 like an hour ago. Yeah. He said I had to. I wish they had alts on that, but nevertheless, though, shout out to Nafisa Collier, man. She's been amazing this year, leading this Lynx team. But Whatever game.
We haven't talked. We said like Texans Packers are gonna be one of the best games of the week. We haven't talked about it.
We haven't deep dove it. Okay, let's get into it.
Packers are 3-point favorites at the crib in Lambeau. D'Amico Ryan said Jordan Love's the best quarterback they face all season. How you think it's gonna
go? So I really like the Texans with Nico Collins. But he's out. He's going to be out for a couple more weeks. Last week I got to see them without Nico Collins, but that was the Patriots.
Yeah.
This is the Packers team
who's been really good defensively.
Yeah, who's been one of the best teams defensively this year so far. And this is a team that is currently playing catch up in their division. They're trailing 2 teams right now.
The division is
the division is really good. And then you got the Bears who are trending upward. Who are on a bye this week, but nevertheless they're trending upward. So this is the best division in football this year so far. But I actually like the Packers, man.
You also like the Packers.
Your Packers, your guy Jordan Love,
your
man.
Packers is crazy.
I know you're like a part-time Packers fan. But
yeah, a little bit.
Jordan Love starting to grow on me.
It's just Jordan Love.
Jaden
How does that work as a Cowboy?
Yeah, it didn't really work in the playoffs for me.
That doesn't make sense.
It's just Jordan Love for real. Jordan Love was my guy.
I did want to interject.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's a little bit of beef here between Stephon Diggs and Jair Alexander.
They got beef.
They have beef.
I thought Jair only had beef with
And the last
Justin Jefferson. Yeah.
last time they had
Jair
beef,
is a talker, though.
Steph Diggs got the best of them. So I think it's going to be this again. Shout out to Marcus Pringle and he up consulting. He always points out the fact that the Texans as favorites don't do good, but the Texans as underdogs.
Yeah, they're not good. D'Amico Ryan's laying points.
Right.
They're not that good.
I would point that out as we're saying the Packers are favorites and the Texans are underdogs, so that might be something to think about.
Texans might be in teaser territory.
Yeah. And it's in Lambeau, right?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, so yeah.
Not too much of a different body clock. It's only an hour difference, so if that, they might be in the same region type shit.
Should be a hell of a game though. I really think.
Like I said, the 1 o'clock
I think
slate.
that's one of the better. I mean,
the whole slate for Sunday is good.
Yeah, but until
I haven't even looked.
It gets worse.
It gets worse as you go down.
it just gets bad.
Because Sunday night, I mean, we got a storyline on Sunday night. That's pretty much it. Well, it's probably multiple.
Is there any more 1 o'clock games that I want to speak on?
The only other one is Dolphins Colts.
That's not.
Yeah, no. Why you say that, yo? Huh? why you speak on that? That game is trash.
You said I just said the only other one is Dolphins Colts.
I don't want to talk about that, but since
Anthony
you brought it
Richardson
up-
coming back.
Okay, what does that mean?
We'll figure out. He's only played like 10 games. Not even 10.
I didn't want to say it, but Omatic said it, bro.
Not good. They're better than Flash.
They are.
37 or something like that.
Yeah. I don't want to talk about no Colts, bro.
All right, we can move on to 4 o'clock.
Jonathan Taylor's out again?
Yeah. High ankle sprain. So he's out again.
Is it officially out?
Yeah. Steichen said it earlier today. Because I had to take him out my fantasy
I
lineup.
bet him to get 1,000 yards this year, man.
I'm about to say he's still good.
Because he was.
He
on
went
pace.
crazy. The year he had like 1,500, he went crazy over the back half of the season.
Say that. 4 o'clock window. Rams coming off a bye, but they play the Raiders. Raiders
Kyron Williams to the moon.
All right, say that. All right, man. I'm gonna lock him out late at night.
Kyron to the moon.
Oh wow, Chiefs.
Yep, a 425 game.
Yeah, well, I was just gonna get into that. But Commanders do play the Panthers this week. I feel bad for those guys. I feel bad for the Panthers.
How do you? I'm sorry to interject yet again.
Oh, God.
How do you feel about
Don't apologize,
How do you
bro.
feel about your Commanders being expected to win these games?
My
right?
Commanders?
I mean, listen, I'm a Commanders fan as
Not
well.
only they're expected to win.
I have not been able to accept the fact that we're expected to win and or cover these games yet. Like the shit started at -7. It's at -8 now.
I'm seeing 9.5.
I saw 8 earlier today.
I'm looking at 9.5 right now.
9.5? Yeah, you said 9.5.
I'm on FanDuel right now, laying 8.5.
So I can
thought I
see
saw-
9.5 by the time Sunday rolls around.
Absolutely.
So how do you feel? Obviously, we've been playing great ball. We've beat terrible teams.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We went against a really good team and only lost by 7. We played a great
I'm
game.
about to say they're doing what a good team's supposed to do.
But I get
So
what
now
I
here we
get your
go.
point.
Now we're playing this bad team. We're expected to win.
win
we're
by
expected,
margin.
We're expected to dominate this team. I'm still not sold like we're gonna go in there.
I'm not either, man. I think
So here we are. Like it's gonna be 9.5 by the time the game. Like, are we really about to blow? For albeit the Panthers suck, we should blow them out.
yeah, for sure.
But me and my old mindset, we're not gonna blow them out.
Yeah,
I would
the
love for us to do it.
Panthers-
Daryl Green jersey night and all that. You know, Ring of Honor shit. You know what I mean? Like, what the hell?
So the Panthers, I think they can hang around in this game. I think they could cover it, to be
Andy
totally
Dalton's
honest.
over here slinging the ball.
Yeah, you got.
We still can't cover. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like their receivers are they're not bad. You know, Deontay Johnson. They drafted Xavier Legette.
Yeah.
Who I think
Shout out
had
Kenny.
a nice game. Yeah, shout out Kenny. Like they got some pieces who can like Chuba Hubbard hasn't been bad. Like
I can't wait for Jonathan Brooks to come back for that offense.
Yeah,
I can't even lie.
either.
that's gonna be cool.
I'm glad he's not playing this week, but you know, he can come back after this.
But no, it's interesting because the Commanders. It was a lot of low expectations. I think
for me, for sure.
I think we all talk. I remember us talking.
I said 6
on,
and 5.
I think we was like
6 is
7
I said
wins.
6.
I think I said
6.
I think I said 7 and 10.
You also had a ceiling of 10 and 7, and I said you were crazy.
Oh, I did say that. Wow.
And I said you were crazy.
Rare W by
Here
Mike.
we are.
Nah,
Here
that's
we
not
are.
rare, but
Here we are, close to it. You know what I mean?
yeah, I mean, I think me and him. Oh, that's right. We bet on 8. Me and we bet on 8.
Y'all probably gonna get
Yeah,
it.
we bet on the 8.
Yeah, at
We
this
bet on
point,
the 8.
if we don't get
So,
it, it's a problem. If
Yeah,
don't
we
get it,
did
it's a
chicken sandwich bet on the 8. So yeah, it's crazy though to see how the tables have turned to where they're expected to win by margin. Like
crazy.
odds makers are saying, hey, 8.5. Slap it down. You're like, yo, pick a side, 8.5
Right.
or not. But I don't know, man. But
I still can't believe y'all beat the Giants by only kicking field goals.
I'm not mad at it.
I'm gonna say y'all won.
Cyber.
Nah,
Shout out
7
to
field
We
goals.
lost to the last pod I think we did was that one. We were talking about we haven't beat the Giants in X amount of years.
Yeah.
Dan
was the
Jones
last
always
pod.
spanks us or whatever.
That was
and
the
you
last
know,
pod.
I was like, fuck it, we got to one. We covered as well. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, all right, you know what I mean? That was the only division.
I mean, the
win.
Commanders should win this game. This is the
Should. And we should have won every game that we already won.
I was wrong.
You know?
I said the Falcons Seahawks was the highest overrun of the week. This is
Oh, yeah, I think it's
against
like
Commanders.
50.
I'm seeing 51.5 right here.
I thought I saw 53. 53 was still crazy.
Lions Vikings was pretty high too. I think it was 50.5 for that one as well.
Yeah, it's 50.5. That's
Yeah,
what I'm saying.
man. I mean, we'll
It's
see.
crazy
man.
to expect to win. It hasn't settled in yet for me.
Yeah, it's still it's a weird feeling I'm having for
I don't
sure.
like it personally. Just don't like
Well, let's
it.
talk about next game, man. Super Bowl rematch.
Yep.
Chiefs 49ers. Game's gonna be in Santa Clara at Levi Stadium. What do you guys think about this game?
Hold on, I need to check something real quick.
I'll tell you what I feel about this game. I don't have much for it.
We all know about the Andy Reid stats after a bye, though.
Yeah, I sent that earlier.
you
And
should
it's,
say
it's,
that.
it's crazy that I'm saying this, but like Juju being questionable kind of scares me for the Chiefs. But at the end of the day, the Chiefs are the Chiefs.
Hold on, time out. Why is he questionable?
He
They coming off
tweaked
a
his
bye.
hamstring in practice this week.
Ah, yikes. Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah, that's.
It scares me. I don't know, man. I really don't know with this game because the 49ers offense, especially without Christian McCaffrey in the red zone, has been so skeptical this year.
Yeah.
It's been so hit or miss.
What's up with Jordan Mason?
I don't even know if he's playing this week. I know last time I checked he was questionable. I don't know if he's off the injury
last I
report
saw
now.
Jordan Mason was questionable too.
Yeah, he's not on the injury report, so he's playing.
Okay, well, good for him. I don't. You just said a lot of stuff that's just making me question. It's crazy.
This
I'm
whole
like,
game, I don't know. I don't know much about. It's crazy because we just saw these two teams in the Super Bowl.
yeah,
And I'm talking this
8
poorly of a
months
Chiefs
ago.
team that's 5-0.
Chiefs are 5-0
They haven't lost a game
for
yet.
what it's worth, man. They just seem to get it done, man. I seen them in person. They just seem to find ways.
You know what? I'm gonna pick the Chiefs to win this game. I really don't know. Like I said, like kind of with Seattle, it's just kind of a gut feeling right now. I'm just gonna pick the Chiefs to win this game. You know what's gonna happen? San Fran's gonna lay an egg here and then blow out the Cowboys by 40 next week. I'm already prepared.
I'm all for that.
I'm already prepared. We played them on Sunday night too. Yup, I'm prepared.
Yeah. I'm a bad Debo anytime touchdown in that job. But yeah, I guess Chiefs. I don't know. I mean, revenge games are always different though. Like,
We also got Spags with a week to prepare for the 49ers offense
That's
and
true, too.
Shanahan.
It's
So
it's a lot, man. It's gonna be a game I just watch, and
Yeah.
I might put the Chiefs on a teaser. Like that might be the vibes. Sunday nighter though.
Davante Adams.
Steelers, Davante Adams debut.
Tomlin's hilarious though.
So
He was like,
I got a question.
I was preparing for Davante last week and I'm preparing for him again this week.
That's funny. That's funny. That's Joe. Hey, real coach right there, man. Y'all see the report that said he interviewed for the Dolphins like years ago, and they said he was too hip hop.
Tomlin?
Yeah,
I didn't see that.
yeah. It was like after like they had Nick Saban, the Dolphins had Nick Saban, and then they had the Rooney Rule was in effect, so they had to interview a minority candidate. and they said their notes for the interview was he was too hip hop. That's wild. But sorry to get off track, but Davante Adams debut. I want to ask you guys real quick, man, because the NFL is sort of becoming like the NBA a little bit, and for certain players, because Davante Adams basically was like, "Yo, after Raiders," like obviously he didn't say that, but
he just signed there though 2 years ago.
Like, I'm never playing for these guys ever again type vibes, like out of nowhere, like it was a hamstring injury. Out of nowhere, Hammy's great. You know what I'm saying? Hammy's,
he was funny on Pat McAfee's show.
New York, he was on the Pat Mac show. Like that's kind of wild to me.
He said my guys in Vegas did me well with the treatment. I'm off the injury report now. As soon as he lands in New York.
Like, yeah, that's wild. But I want to talk. So, question: does this solve the Jets' problems? And then B, what are we gonna get? And what is this gonna do for their offense?
Does it? I don't think it solves their problems. However, I do expect their offense to be slightly better.
Yeah.
Just having another consistent separator outside of Garrett Wilson, I think, will help the offense. However, as a whole, the offensive line has been bad, and that didn't solve that problem.
And they before last week they were unable to run the football too.
Yeah, but the Bills had the worst run defense in football right now.
And they ran the football and still lost. Like
Buffalo has the worst run defense in football right now, though, for what it's worth.
But still, like they still were able to run it and they still lost. Like
Yeah, it was
wow.
It was a
That's a game you gotta win. But yeah, Davante Adams definitely helps. We all know about the him and Aaron Rodgers connection. They had a great connection. It was poetry, man. But yeah, I think it helps. But what y'all think about how y'all feel about Russell Wilson supposed to start?
it doesn't make sense to me. Like, I get it. Like,
I think
I
the
don't
Steelers
get
are
it.
making a mistake.
I don't get it. Actually, I'm saying I get it. I don't get anything about Russell Wilson starting. I said before the season, Justin
Shit about
Fields.
a dunk. yo, see when she went down the lane? Hey, chill. Nah, I'm playing so much 2K later. I gotta rewind that, bro.
Your audio listeners probably confused out on one right now.
Wait, listen, yo.
No, it was a gather. It was a gather. She said.
Yo, this is a funny pod, bro.
It was 100% the gather.
It's a funny pod,
Oh, well,
man.
you can watch this before
Back to Russell though. I think that is a very dumb move. I think I wouldn't put Russell in unless Buddy got hurt, bro. That's it.
Yeah.
Unless he got hurt, I would not put him in, bro.
Because
And
you're
granted,
winning games.
You're winning games. JF1 is not the best quarterback. We can all agree to that. But
For sure.
the system that they're putting him in, this is how you play these games. Like, you tuck, you run, you know what I mean? Like, throw it to fucking George Pickens.
It's
working.
a big part of their running game, too.
Yeah, it's working.
It's a huge part of their run game.
You're going to put Russ in here, and let's say Russ sees some shit. He's not tucking and running. He doesn't do that. That's not his bag anymore. You know what I mean? So it's
He
just
had
like
2
this
rushing
shit.
touchdowns last week against Las Vegas.
Like, why would you bench him? You know
And
what I
then
mean?
Russell Wilson hasn't been able to hit the deep ball since like 2020. So let's be
That was his
real.
bag. The moon ball is what I called it. You know? He hasn't done that in a very long time.
And then
It's a
even
very
if it's like he's trying to throw the moon ball outside of George Pickens, who's he throwing it to? Calvin Austin?
Calvin Austin the third, Memphis.
shit.
Like, who's he throwing it to? Like, I
Fire
really,
moves, I don't know.
I didn't understand the Russ signing when it first happened. Nah, I mean, I guess I didn't understand the Russ trade when it first happened, but especially when they got Fields, and I was telling you before the season, he gives them their best chance to win just because their running game is going to be so dominant with him, Najee, Jalen Warren, Cordero
Smith.
Patterson, Arthur Smith. All
You know
like
what I mean?
that just made more sense.
Thematically, it made sense.
Than Russ, and it's just like-
personnel-wise, it made sense.
The only thing I'm thinking of is like they had to
You know,
promise
offensive
him
line
before the
not being
season.
that great too makes sense.
On the playing the Jets, huh?
And they did promise Russ before the season he was going to start. That's my only thing.
That's nasty.
That's the only thing that I can
That's
think
nasty,
of why
bro.
they're making this
that's
move.
nasty work, bro. Like I would have said, hey, I understand, we made you a promise, but we're winning games. You have to fall in line. Like I understand.
Yo, tell that to Ezekiel Elliott. My fault for getting off track real quick. But so we beat the Steelers. We beat the Steelers, and Rico Dowdle had his career best game. All of a sudden, he in the media talking about how he wants more carries and he don't understand why his goal line role is taken away. He had like 8 carries for like 10 yards last week.
I mean, I feel him on the goal line work. I'm not gonna lie.
Who need it?
I feel him on that though. But it's not the time to just come out and say that. Like, nah, it's not cool. But let's move on, man. We got a doubleheader again on Monday night, which I really like these. It'd be a cool vibe.
I wish. Okay, for this one specifically, I kind of wish this Chargers Cardinals, those two West Coast teams. I kind of wish that game started a little bit later then, because the Ravens Bucks started 8:15, Chargers Cardinals started at 9.
Yeah.
Started slightly later.
So Ravens Bucks though, man, what you thinking, man? Buccaneers have been pretty good team in the NFC this year.
I think it's gonna be an interesting game because I think the Buccaneers are gonna have their way, especially through the air. Yeah. When we talk about Mike Evans and Godwin and things they could do with Baker back there. He's been playing really good still. Even though he threw 3 interceptions last week, they still hung up 50 on the Saints. But
50 is crazy.
I don't know. I just don't see because this is what happens in almost every Ravens game. A team tries to establish a run. It doesn't work. They start passing. The passing works. If the Buccaneers could try to pass immediately and try to kind of like play like they're playing from behind, I think the Buccaneers have a chance. However, I don't think that's what they're going to do. I think the Ravens are going to win the game.
Yeah, I mean,
because as soon as the Ravens get the ball and start dominating, they're going to keep running the ball for the rest of the game.
Let's talk about the rushing attack and how
it's
fantasy
historic.
People have overthought it.
That was the most ridiculous stuff.
We talked about this yesterday because people were saying, "Hey, don't draft Derrick Henry."
Fade Derrick Henry
because he's 30 years old. But listen, Derrick Henry. First of all, Derrick Henry's the last of a dying breed. So we'll probably never see another Derrick Henry. I don't think we will. Even though guys like Braylon Allen has his measurables, but we're never going to see another Derrick Henry. And
I'm not saying in terms of a bruiser.
He might be the last running back, at least for a while, to hit 10K career rushing yards.
Ashton Genty only 20.
All right, bro. All right, come on, dog. But I was looking at the career numbers. Obviously Christian McCaffrey is super talented, but he's probably not going to hit 10,000 rushing yards.
Because even the guys that just Jahmyr Gibbs, he's in the committee. Yeah, so I don't think he even has a chance.
That's where I was going with
Bijan. I just don't think Bijan.
Jonathan Taylor.
He might be the only one, but he gets hurt too often.
Yeah, he gets hurt a lot, but. We'll have to see, but yeah, he's really a last of a dying breed as far as that guy you can just that workhorse back. You're not really seeing that no more today's NFL. But yeah, like you said, it's been historic. It's been amazing. I'm rooting for the Ravens this year, man. I love Lamar, man. I love Lamar. So
I'm also rooting for Ravens this year.
Ravens stuff for Lamar been taking guys now. They beat the Cowboys, beat Dak, beat the Bengals, beat Joe Burrow, beat the Bills, beat Josh Allen. He lose to Baker.
I mean, he already lost to Gardner Minshew earlier this season.
So, I mean, I don't know. It should be a hell of a game, though. So I'm definitely excited. Anderson, Tampa, I'm excited for that game, man.
What's the other Monday night? Chargers Cardinals. I was talking about that.
I would also just want to add games in Florida. I don't know if y'all said, you got your Florida boys returning to Florida.
Yeah, I was gonna say you got
as in Lamar, Zay, all the black people on the squad probably returning to Florida, man. So that's a good thing. I don't know if we said Mike Evans is still searching for his 100th receiving touchdown.
He is still searching for touchdown number 100.
So
Ravens secondary's been
trash. But Mike has been banged up, little hammy. And it's the season of hammies. But he's on track, hopefully, to play. And if he plays, that's what I'm playing.
I know y'all was watching the Ravens Commanders game last week. Did y'all hear the way Romo was talking about Brandon Stevens?
Nah.
He was talking about him like he was an all-pro corner. It was actually ridiculous. He kept giving him flowers.
I did hear that.
And he was when Terry scored the one on the right sideline, or when the one he was close to the crowd, he was like, and he's doing that on Brandon Stevens. And I'm like, did I miss the memo where Brandon Stevens became this all-pro? Yeah, I was so confused.
Yeah. But the Chargers Cardinals, is MHJ playing?
I don't even think it matters.
But I'm just curious. Because that's all.
I know he's progressing well during concussion protocol.
But all right, so here's the thing. The Chargers have been
questionable.
Having some success. You know what I'm saying? Jim Harbaugh, implementing, his way of, going about things. I just don't. They're kind of a boring team.
I mean, yeah, and I said that on one of my TikToks. I can't remember which one, but They're gonna be boring. They're gonna run the ball and get out of there with a win. That's literally gonna be what happens on
And I can
Monday
see
night.
that. I can see that.
Because Cardinals' run defense is bad.
I was gonna say that I think they still give it up on the ground, so I'm leaning Chargers for that, man. But let's switch gears, man. NBA is back on Tuesday. Your Celtics look to go back to back. What? Yeah, he's a Celtics fan.
All right, okay. Let me explain myself.
Hey, you've been explaining to him and to the audience.
Let me explain myself. All right. So I'm a Cowboys fan because that's my dad. He picked up football when he was in Texas.
R.I.P. to Big G, man.
Yeah. So that's how I'm a Cowboys fan. I'm a Celtics fan because you know me as Bink, but my real name is Garnett. So when I was young, I heard Kevin Garnett on the TV. So I was like, that's the team I'm going like. That's literally all it was.
Yeah.
He was playing for the Celtics when I was a kid.
Yeah, Bink was born in 2005, so by the time he could comprehend what's going on, KG was on the Celtics for sure. For sure. But that,
So
that
I
is
know
his
it does. It sounds a little crazy, but I'm like, I'm a Celtics and Cowboys fan. It sounds a little crazy.
But I just wanted to talk about like some of the storylines. You got Paul George to the Sixers, and I love what the Sixers did with their roster.
They have a plethora of role players.
Andre Drummond, Reggie Jackson, Caleb Martin.
They brought back Kelly Oubre.
Eric Gordon. Kelly Oubre still on the squad.
He did something when I was driving. I just got a notification. That's all.
Kelly Oubre?
Yeah, he did something. I don't know what he did.
Shout out Kelly Oubre. I think he fits right in. I actually saw a Sixers game in person last year. I plan on doing that again. But
I think they're our biggest star in the East.
they just need to stay healthy.
I'm more scared of them than the Knicks. As long as they're healthy, like you said.
So I was talking to my pops earlier. He said he don't really like the Knicks bench.
I mean, they did lose DiVincenzo. That's a big loss. But I feel like adding in Karl-Anthony Towns kind of overweighs the loss to DiVincenzo a little bit.
I'm not a Cat fan, so that means nothing to me.
It is for them. It depends if they can stay healthy because McAlbridge and OG Anunoby might be the best wing defensive duo we have in basketball.
But they're pretty durable guys too, though.
Well, Mikal is.
Mikal Bridges, I'm sorry, he's like the Iron Man in the NBA.
And it's going to be a lot on Deuce McBride's plate for him to step up.
Yeah,
That's really what they're banking on is a bunch of Deuce McBride. I mean, Mitchell Robinson, he eventually is going to be back because I know he's going to be out for the first couple months of the season. But that's another guy where it's like he just has to stay healthy. Mm-hmm. That's where they're relying on their bench production from. Yeah, I do see what he's saying though. Without DiVincenzo, it's not really those wings on the bench. I mean, it's just Josh Hart.
As long as Tibbs is there, bro.
You think they have a ceiling?
As long as Tibbs is there, you really can't respect the Knicks, bro.
What you mean?
Tibbs is just not good, man. Like, what has he done, man?
Not much.
As you said, is there a ceiling? Yes. It might be second round.
Especially in this East.
Because I think this East is sick.
And as you said, like, there's no bench. Like, they didn't have a bench last year, right? They did not address that.
When they had a bench, it was just they were all hurt.
That too.
It was all hurt.
But you didn't address that this year. Yeah. Granted, to your point, Mike, I'm not a Cat guy.
I'm not either, bro.
Cat's a good basketball player.
Yeah, he's
for what they wanted there, that pick and pop with Brunson, that's going to work.
Say you got to think. You got to think Hartenstein and Mitchell Robinson was clogging up the whole lot for Brunson in the playoffs. Now it's Cat.
Ain't Mitch hurt right now too?
Yeah.
Like coming into the season or something like that. It's just like
because they were talking about running Julius Randle at the 5 before the trade.
So it's just like I don't know. I feel like the Celtics, y'all are gonna cruise to there.
Yeah.
I don't know who's gonna. I mean, I think
we haven't even talked about Milwaukee yet.
Personally,
we're gonna get there.
Personally, I think they'll be back in that championship conversation.
Who are we talking about?
Milwaukee.
Milwaukee
For me.
Oh yeah, Milwaukee. Yeah,
I think they'll be back right there.
So me and my dad were talking about Milwaukee either. The only thing I can't get jiggy with is Doc Rivers. I just can't get jiggy with that.
That
How you feel about Dogs? How I feel about Tibbs, bro?
Yeah, I just can't.
There's a ceiling. There's like, what have you done? You haven't done much.
Yeah, but I just feel like
you've done it once or twice. You're old now.
But for Milwaukee, they're possibly going in. Not possibly. In the Eastern Conference, they're going into every series with the best player.
Literally.
And I do feel like that's a big advantage.
That is
That's a huge advantage, especially when it comes to playoff time. Because
in some matchups they're going in, with 2 of the top 3. No, Dame is still a good player.
Now you got a whole off season.
Yeah, he has a whole off season.
Like, that's
him being traded last year was a lot for him. You know, he had the divorce going on and stuff. That stuff was a lot for him. And he said he wasn't in shape at the start of the season and stuff like that. Because we saw him start to find his rhythm towards the end of the season, but Giannis had got hurt, so we didn't really get to see. You know,
and your boy Darvin Ham to the coaching staff
together, huh?
Nah, I ain't say anything.
But I do, on the other hand, though, I do like some of their pickups, though. Like Gary Trent Jr., I think that's a good pickup. DeLon Wright's always been a solid backup.
They added Torian Prince.
Torian Prince, Darvin Ham's boyfriend. But they got him in there.
Good defense.
He really said I can't hear because of Darvin Ham. That was hilarious.
Listen, they make their shots. You're in another tier at that point.
Yeah,
hey.
So I mean,
you pick
I
these
like
guys
the
that play
roster
defense. You
though.
gotta make them
I like the
shots.
roster because I feel like all those guys they fit what they like to do. And they complement.
And it's going to do a lot with this team, and their ceiling for me is going to do a lot with if Chris Middleton is back to being Chris Middleton. He had surgery on both his ankles this offseason.
I hate Chris Middleton, bro.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm not a Chris Middleton guy.
He's mid. His name is Middleton for a reason. He's mid.
I'm praying for help for him.
He had a year and was like, all right, man, you're hitting these shots, but it's like, bro, you're not in, bro.
Is there another team for you?
It's not any contenders in there anymore.
In the East?
I don't think after those 4 teams, we're talking about Orlando, Cleveland, Indiana now.
I mean,
Yeah, I'm good off.
I'm looking to see
I feel like that's the next
Paulo
tier.
could take
I
his
think
game
Paulo
to
gonna have
another
a huge
level.
year.
Yeah, I want to see if he could. I want to see the next maturation stage for him. Want to see if he could be. Is there another step he could take?
I like Orlando because we got my Michigan men over there, and I also was an Orlando resident, so those are my guys. Franz got paid. Let's see what
Yeah, he did.
They added KCP this
They got
offseason.
KCP.
That's just literally what they needed.
You know what I'm saying? Like we have dogs.
And Jalen Suggs is not a full-time one.
He said this was the first team he played for where everybody likes
Wants
playing
to play
defense.
fucking defense.
Yeah, so
They're going to be one of the best defensive teams in
I'm about
basketball.
to start targeting like some unders.
It just depends.
And France 18, 4-4 every night. I'm telling you.
Fact, that is a fact.
It's going to depend on the offense for Orlando.
Who did they pick up in the draft? They pick up anyone?
Tristan Da Silva. He was a 3-and-D wing from Colorado.
Okay, so that fits what they trying
That's
to do.
literally Orlando. They're bread and butter right now.
Yeah, so
It's Paulo.
I'm vaguely familiar with him.
It's Paulo. It's Franz. It's what was the other young buddy? Black.
Anthony Black. It's just it's just a lot of length.
Yeah.
Length and youth, and hopefully Paulo leads them. But again,
They just need shooting.
the top dogs. They're not gonna have anything.
I did want to shout out the Pacers though. Like last year was.
I think
that was the ceiling.
They're giving me Atlanta vibes, Atlanta Hawks vibes.
Atlanta Hawks vibe. That was their ceiling though. So I hope they enjoy every moment of last year.
Cliff, man. You got your guy doing the season opener photo shoot, Prada fucking slides. And he's not serious, bro. We can't take him serious, bro. We can't take him serious at all. I have nothing for the Pacers this year, man.
Oh man, since we're in the DMV, anything for the Wizards?
I was literally about to talk about them.
The over-under is 20.5.
Under.
I could see it going under. I could see it going over by a game. I just don't know.
Okay, I kind of like the direction they're going in just because they're going to deal a lot of these players for picks. When we talk about Brogdon, Valanciunas, somebody could take a flyer on Sadiq Bey too.
Funniest shit Brogdon has ever said in his life. He said he always wanted to be a Washington Wizard.
Ain't no way, bro.
I swear to God, that's what he said. There's a clip of him saying, "Oh,
He must have grew up.
now listen, right?
He's a journeyman now.
Man. No,
So-
Malcolm Brogdon's definitely a
So
journeyman. It's not low key.
last year the over
on the Trailblazers.
last year the over was 24.5, right? And that was a crapshoot. But they brought in guys, you brought in Poole or whatever. You got Kuzma here, you got whoever the hell else on the squad. I feel like 20.5 is honestly a feasible number. I think they can get 21 or 22 wins, which is just hard to scrape up. Because it's like, come on now, what are we doing to get 21 wins as a basketball club? But I mean, shit, man, you got Poole coming in, Michigan man, so I got to ride for him. Kuzma is a solid basketball player. You got Alex Sarr here. Look, is he a scrub? You know what I'm saying? I'm saying he was.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
Shout out Bub Carrington.
Get 20 wins. Bub's here. You know what I mean? Like, what we doing, man? What Valanciunas is here as well now. You know what I mean?
Some contenders gonna take him at the deadline now. His contract is really small.
I don't think they're gonna try to get rid of I don't think they're gonna try to sell these players. I think they want to just see what this core can do. Get rid of maybe one or two guys, but let's see what these guys can do. 20.5 for me. I think it might can go over. I'm only going to one game a year. I already bought my ticket. Only going to one game a year.
I was at the game when Bill came back here.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about Bill.
No, it was just hilarious.
Nikola Jokic, I will be there. I already bought my ticket.
He said the date, November 7th.
I'm not saying Jokic not even a guy who missed games like that, so that's a good one to go to.
If Luka's here, I might do the back-to-back and see Luka and Jokic.
I saw Luka play here.
Were you there the last game? He was
not the last game. It was
he gave us 18, I think, in the first.
It was the game. He went to the game.
Maybe it was 13.
It was Luka versus KCP.
Right.
That was
last year, Luka gave us 13. I took my son, bro. I was like, this is Luka, bro.
The dude behind me, when I was at that Mavericks game, he was talking about KP and how the Wizards could be a top 4 seed the next year.
Oh, yeah, because KP was his guy. KP was his guy.
The offseason, KP got traded to Boston. That was
yeah. What else, man?
I'm about to say we can go to the West.
Yeah,
we can go to the West, man.
I'm not here to talk about the.
What you got for your Lakers, bro? I knew you were talking about giving futures out. I was like, oh, Mike's gonna give us some fucking Lakers futures, man.
I usually do be dropping. I forgot what our win total is, but
low.
I'm gonna tread on that because new coach.
Hold on, what is the Lakers win total?
JJ Redick. So, but it's not even just that they have a new coach. They're actually running sets. Like they're actually running plays, and I think with sets comes hiccups and mistakes and stuff like that. So I think if they struggle the first 20 games, I think it's legit because it's a new offense being installed. You know what I'm saying? And
on DraftKings, the win total is 42.5.
I think that's what I saw.
I'll go over that.
So I think the Lakers will be fine, but I don't think they will be a fast start team. And unfortunately, that's where the issue happens.
It's like y'all playing catch up all season.
You fall into play-in territory because there's going to be teams like the Rockets who are coming this year. Like they're going to be like a
shout out Ime.
Yo, them young boys be hooping, bro. Like I'm not gonna lie, bro, unless you a team like OKC, bro, you're not trying to play them, bro. Like you play the Rockets, like bro, these young niggas, like they hooping, bro. Like they got a bunch of young cats and they still keep drafting, young cats. And who they draft this year? Oh, they got Reece Shepard.
That's exactly who they got.
They got another young.
So the GM survey came out. The way they talked about Reece Shepard, you would think he was like
he's the next step.
Yes,
that's what I've been seeing. But I think the Rockets are going to be a team that's going to, because last year Jalen Green, after the Dre stuff came out, bro was hooping. Bro was a walking. And
Şengün's back.
And my guy Alper Şengün, that's my guy. Everybody knows that. That's my
Cam
guy.
Whitmore's your
my
guy.
dog. Cam Whitmore, my dog. It's gonna be another good year for him. Jabari Smith showed some improvement last year,
and they still got veterans on the roster too, like Van Vliet, internet troll.
Yeah, and then my guy Dylan Brooks, internet troll. I don't know if they still got they got Steven Adams now too.
Yeah, he's back now.
I think that's good.
They have a lot of guys on the roster.
That's a great.
They have a lot of guys on the roster.
Oh my god! Hey yo. Treat yourselves to a Rockets game because I went to a Rockets game. That jump was lit, bro.
Another team was going to be in the playing territory. I know we was talking about the Rockets. I wasn't even thinking about the Warriors, but they're going to be in the playing territory too.
Got nothing for the Warriors.
I don't got anything. If Steph,
I don't give a damn about the Warriors.
Me and my guy Aiden was talking about it, and we was like, "Who's going to be the team who's going to be in the play-in?" And then Aiden was like, "The Warriors." I was like, "Yo, if Steph misses 5 games, their season might be over."
No, fact. Hey, I want to piggyback on something because you had this team winning the West. I think you were just a year too early.
Okay, so yeah.
Bro, listen. But I think the team that you picked to win the West last year, the Thunder, I think you're just a year early.
Yeah,
I saw some film. I ain't mean to cut you off, but I saw some film, man. And Hardenstein does everything they need him to do.
He's going to be out for the first month of the season, I think. He got hurt.
I know. Yeah. But when he gets back, he's going to do everything they need him to do. Mm-hmm. Like, everything that Chet can't do because of his frame. Like he's gonna do all the dirty work. He's gonna set those amazing screens. And then you got Alex Caruso, who is gonna do everything. He's gonna do the dirty work on defense.
Caruso's going to take so much pressure off of the younger stars because we even saw in the series against the Mavericks, it was a lot of J-Dub. I mean, like, obviously you had your defenders in Case and Wallace and Lou Dort on them, but it was a lot of J-Dub and even Shea sometimes on Luka and Kyrie. Having another defender on top of Case and Wallace, on top of Lou Dort, and Alex Caruso is going to do wonders for them, especially when it comes to taking breaks on defense and having a lot to do offensively. And like you said, Hartenstein, he just picks up the deficiencies of Chet. Their biggest problem in the playoffs was rebounding. Hartenstein will rebound the ball.
Yeah, exactly. He's going to do all that. He's going to do the dirty work, man. He's the utility guy that everybody needs.
Gotta stay healthy.
Yeah,
already hurt.
Gotta stay healthy for sure. But I think you were a year early on them. But I think those pickups.
Aaron Wiggins and Isaiah Joe were both 40% 3-point shooters last year.
Exactly.
Now, do I expect that from Aaron Wiggins again? Maybe not. But Isaiah Joe, he's been a knockdown shooter his whole career. So
for sure. Yeah, I think last year, we're getting the playoff experience. Like really did wonders for them because it's like, all right, we got the experience. It's like, okay, now we're ready. And, we saw with the West, like the West was...
It's kind of open. It is open.
It's definitely, because we saw the Mavericks. Going into the playoff bracket, not many people had the Mavericks. I did put some cheddar on it just because I was like, if they get past the Clippers, like, hey, they could make it. You know what I'm saying?
It's a lot to do with what I said earlier. When you go in the series, 95% of the time, not even, 99% of the time with the Mavericks, you have the best player in the series. I feel like the only player better than him in the world right now is Jokic. So it's like,
and then it's.
I think the Mavs are still going to be a contender.
And you can debate that though, so you can definitely debate it.
I think the Mavs are going to be a contender. However, I don't think in the regular season at least, I don't know if they're going to win the same amount of games. I feel like they might take a little bit of a small step back in the regular season.
I definitely think the Mavericks are just like the get me to the playoff type team.
I don't know
because, bro, in the playoffs, you're not, bro. It got to be a headache, bro. I'm sure, but I know Joe Mazzulla, like, I don't want to call him a loser, but he's a professional head coach.
No, he is a loser.
But like, I know he does nothing.
That's my head coach, but he is a loser.
He does nothing besides like game plan. Like, I know that's all he does. So I'm sure, like, bro was getting a headache. Like, all right, bro, how are we gonna start Kyrie and Luka, bro? Or how are we going let one of them cook us and then shut down the other one, like. Sleepless nights type vibe.
He said, "Hey, Derrick Jones Jr. and PJ Washington beat me."
Yeah,
that's what he said.
That's real. But I think Derrick Jones, I think they'll feel that loss a little bit.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, Najee Marshall, he's a solid defender. I don't think he's the type of defender Derrick Jones Jr. is.
Exactly.
Not even saying like Derrick Jones Jr. is an all-NBA defender, but I feel like that's a big loss. And Klay Thompson's there now. I don't know what to expect from Klay.
I have nothing for that. But he's off the Warriors now.
Their whole defensive identity this year.
Maybe
their whole defensive identity this year is sending them into Gafford and Lively, and I just don't know if we're expecting that night.
Lively take another step.
But I'm like, the only team who's been able to do that has really worked has been the teams with Rudy Gobert. Mm-hmm. He's like one of the best defenders, and not one of probably the best defensive center in basketball. It's just like,
speaking of Rudy Gobert, that's a good segue to go into the Timberwolves.
It is
a team who. This team is deep.
This team is. I don't like the
bench.
fit.
You said what?
I don't like the fit. I said it when the trade first happened. I didn't like the fit of Julius Randle there.
I like Julius. I actually like it.
I think defensively it'll be better.
Yeah,
I can't lie.
I mean, I know you're talking about his shooting ability and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I still bro. If he's not shooting good, they're gonna take him out and put in Nas Reed though.
Yeah.
I mean, making shots or giving for Nas Reed.
I think for morale.
Yeah.
Right? You just got guys. You got bully ball here at this point, bro.
But
and fucking Julius, bro. That's just bully ball, bro.
Yeah.
And then here we got defensive player of the year for 4 times here in the back. You know what I mean? This is just bully.
You know what's crazy? Gobert was having a really good playoffs until he ran into Luka.
No, that's a fact.
I mean, Luka is just Luka, bro.
No, he was.
Because even in the series against the Suns, he was kind of obviously he's not going to hold his own against Kevin Durant and Bradley Beal and all the ISO scores they had in Phoenix, but he was doing a pretty good job defending those guys.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think so. My thing with Julius, I like Julius Randle because he's coming off an injury, got something to prove with the contract year, I believe. So he got a lot to prove. But hey, my guy Andre Drummond, he just sent me Andre Drummond 20 rebounds tonight. Hey, Andre Drummond, my dog, man. I don't care what nobody say. But
we had a a very extensive argument
for a couple
back
years.
in 2020 if Andre Drummond was a top 50 player in basketball or not.
Andre Drummond, my dog,
Q
man.
Elliott said that man was Hall of Famer.
Nah, Hall of Famer OC. Hall of Famer's OC.
You gotta send this to Elliott.
Oh yeah, he did say send the link. Yeah. But yeah, shout out Elliott, bro. Shout out my guy, man. But Timberwolves, back to them real quick. Can they take another step? But also their bench. Their bench is deep. Rob Dillingham, DiVincenzo, Terrence Shannon. Rob Dillingham and Terrence Shannon, my two favorite players in college.
I was a big Terrence Shannon guy. I wanted him on Boston.
There you go.
I wanted him in Boston.
Nikhil Alexander-Walker off the bench.
Yeah.
Nas Reed off the bench.
They got guys. They got
Nas
bodies.
Reed was 6 man, right? So
He shouldn't have. He started like 40 games last year.
Yeah.
he started like 40 games last year.
This team, I'm going to go out on a limb and say they had the best bench in the NBA. And it has unproven guys on it. So that's why I said going out on a limb. So I'll say it will be the best bench in the NBA. Let me say that.
You know, teams is also going to be back up in that mix. And it's a team I'm very high on, Memphis.
Oh, yeah. I was ready to talk about them. I'm so high on the Grizzlies this year.
It's ridiculous. Marcus Smart, Desmond Bain, Jaren Jackson, and Zach Edey. Zach Edey as the starting lineup is insane.
Zach Edey looking like rookie of the year.
And when they get their wings back, because I know G.G. Jackson and Vince Williams are going to be out for the start of the season. When they get those guys back off the bench, I feel like last year was actually tremendous for the development of those guys. When they get their wings back off the bench, they're going to be dangerous.
Yeah, no, I think.
Shout out Scottie Pippen Jr. too as a guard off the bench. He was hooping. He been hooping.
Former Laker, but I think the Grizz gonna be good this year, man. They're gonna definitely return to the top of the West. They were second seed last time they made.
Yeah, me and my roommates Aiden and Brian, we was having this argument of where the Grizzlies gonna rank. I said, bro, I still think they're gonna be up there.
I think top 3.
Yeah, because we was arguing them or Dallas. I was like Memphis, bro.
Yeah,
Memphis.
I mean, yeah. No, that's a fact.
Can we touch on Phoenix real quick?
Yeah, we could definitely touch on Phoenix.
They did everything. They did everything I wanted them to do this offseason.
Yeah, Tyus
They
Jones.
got their point guards, Tyus Jones and Monte Morris. They're going to be table setters. They got an offensive coach in Boot and Bud, who I'm not the biggest Bud guy, but he's at least going to have the ball moving around. We know how his offenses are. And they got defense with Ryan Dunn. Ryan Dunn's looked amazing in preseason. He's from Virginia. He only shot 12. He only made 12 threes in his whole college career. This preseason, I think it was the last game against the Lakers. He was 6 of 11 from 3.
Hey, yo.
He's been shooting the ball. He's been shooting the pill the whole entire preseason. So it's like, if he can come in and be an impact player, you got Mason Plumlee there, who, Kendrick Perkins called Mason Plumlee a needle mover.
A needle mover?
He called him a needle mover.
I like Mason Plumlee.
But Mason Plumlee off the bench, he's a serviceable backup center.
Definitely serviceable backup, yeah.
They won 49 games last year. I don't think it's crazy to say they won 50 this year.
It's not, because they won 49 and guys are trying to figure out how to play with each other.
Yeah, Bradley Beal was out 30 games.
Yeah,
one thing I will say though is I don't know if Kevin Durant will be as healthy. He played 71 games last year.
71 is OC.
Yeah, I don't know if he's gonna play that much again.
But shout out Slim Reaper. But yeah, I think Tyus Jones helps a lot, bro.
The West is just so much deeper than the East. Like we only talked about 4 teams, and I still want to. I don't think any of the other teams we're going to talk about are like contenders anymore. But like, even like when we talk about Sacramento, New Orleans.
That's interesting.
I feel like those are 2 teams that are always going to be in the mix.
Interesting, like DeJounte Murray. Like I just want to know, what does that do for them? Do they get out of? I don't think they get out of playing, but I guess where were they? 10th last year?
They were 9th.
9th. I'm sorry.
But no, they were 8th. They were 8th, but then they end up because they played y'all and they played another playing game.
Yeah, they played us.
But yeah, I mean, it was kind of like the same thing with Phoenix when we talk about not having a point guard at all. Mm-hmm. Like they were running CJ McCollum at the 1.
Yeah, they were.
He's not a 1.
He's not a 1.
And I guess he goes to the bench now. Yo, they're another team when we talk about like a deep roster. We were talking about DeJounte, Herb, Brandon Ingram in the starting lineup, Zion.
That's an athletic team, bro.
They're talking about running Zion at the 5 to start games because they don't really have a center. Their center right now is Daniel Tice. That's who they're starting at center right now.
Oh, wow.
That's the only thing with them.
They're going to get smashed on.
That's what I'm like.
They're going to get smashed on. Oh, my God.
But then they still got Trey Murphy off the bench, who I didn't even talk about.
Yeah. Bigs versus them. I gotta commit to that.
Trey Murphy, I didn't even talk about. CJ McCollum's not coming off the bench.
They got lanky, athletic players. Trey Murphy, Herb. You had Brandon
Trey
Ingram.
Murphy's a dog
Brandon
too.
Ingram's lanky. I wouldn't say he's super athletic, but he's lanky as hell. DeJounte, lanky, athletic.
That's why I was so confused when the DeJounte Murray news first came out. I was expecting like they at least had to keep Larry Nance. Like I was like, even though Larry Nance was kind of like a thorn in the trade, I was like, they have to keep one of those bodies down there to at least play some type of center. Because Zion at center, that boy's 6'6". That's the only thing with him.
I wonder if Jordan Hawkins get some more playing time.
I didn't even talk about Jordan Hawkins.
Does he get a bigger role this year?
I don't even know if he can. They just have too many guys.
They got a lot of guards.
But like I said with the Kings, DeMar DeRozan quietly, he's one of the biggest floor raisers in basketball.
Yeah,
the Bulls are gonna suck this year.
Yeah,
and it's gonna have a lot to do with DeMar DeRozan not being there. He left I guess the Raptors. You can't really say anything. He left the Spurs. They instantly go to the basement. Like he's quietly one of the biggest floor raisers in basketball.
Hey man, I think they're happy with going to the basement though.
Well, yeah,
but I get your point.
Yeah,
but, I like the DeMar DeRozan thing because in the playoffs they didn't have the give me a bucket guy. You know what I'm saying? And De'Aaron Fox can get you a bucket, and we know Malik Monk is hot and cold. But like
Sixth man of the year, Malik Monk.
slows down, former Laker. When the game slows down, DeMar DeRozan can get you that. You know, he's a mid-range master. He can get you that bucket.
because Sacramento's the best when they're playing fast pace, and now they have a guy who they can actually slow it down, give the ball to.
That's what I was saying. So they only really had one gear, kind of like. It's like, you know, we're gonna run this Fox, Sabonis pick and roll. We're gonna kick it out to Keegan. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what it was. But now it's like, okay. We got a shot creator like
that closing lineup might play no defense.
No, that's
but I know they're gonna get up because they're gonna close it out with Fox, Monk,
they're not playing no defense.
Keegan, and Sabonis. They're not playing no defense. They're getting buckets though.
They're not playing no defense.
League pass team for sure.
Oh, for sure.
100% a league pass team. They're gonna have one of the last games of the night as well.
Any other teams in the West? Because I even mentioned the Rockets already.
Yeah, we talked about the Warriors a little bit. We mentioned the Spurs too. The only other two teams are Jazz and Blazers.
Hey, shout out Wemby though, man. Listen.
All NBA team this year.
I said. You said what? You said what's
All
that?
NBA team this year.
Oh, for sure. So I talked about it in the What's the Line chat today, and I said I don't think I'm gonna be betting a lot
Are
of
there positions
NBA.
too? 100%.
And I still stand on that, but I will have Wemby action because why not?
Who they play?
It's generational, man. I know his odds are already minus for him to win Depoy. And most improved is weird and wonky, like he said, but
They opened the season against the Mavericks.
oh man. But yeah, Wemby gonna go crazy this year, man. I'm looking for the next step. I'm looking to see what Chris Paul's leadership can help with him.
Because what did he average last year?
21 and something.
21 and 10.
Yeah, something like that.
So like, is the next step?
On a minute restriction.
That's what I'm saying. Is the next step 25 and 12 this year?
I would say at the least.
5 blocks.
Yeah, 25, 12, 5, 5. Yeah. Yeah, no, shout out to the alien, man. But you said last couple. Oh, we didn't say Clippers. You said Clippers?
No, I don't think we got to talk about the Clippers.
I don't talk about them either. And Kawhi Leonard's
already out indefinitely. They're gonna be lurking around the play-in, but it's like, yo, it's a James Harden led team in 2024.
So
what are we doing?
I think this team is gonna have some issues because they have a lot of guys.
And I really like Tyronn Lue.
I do. I love Ty Lue, but they have some guys who are kind of like in. Like I gotta get paid type of vibe. Like Bones Highland was a guy who got a lot of DMPs.
They're another team with a bunch
year.
of guys.
Like you got guys. They got Kevin Porter Jr. They signed Derrick Jones, right?
They got Kai Jones. Yeah, they signed Derrick Jones. They got Norman Powell.
It's weird, bro.
Zubac's still there.
Their team is weird as hell. Their team is weird.
It would be better if Kawhi was playing, but he don't play games.
And
even if he does play, I don't even know where they rank in the West. They're like a 9-8 seed right now.
At best. But yeah, y'all go ahead and put that Lakers championship future in because they don't get that offense right. JJ Redick, coach of the year, go and lock that ticket in too.
I can't wait.
After
I'm not gonna lie.
A couple games, you're gonna get better odds.
It's always hilarious when the Lakers start playing games because it's always just Jalen and you going back and forth in the chat talking about how something happened. Yo, when Jamal Murray hit that buzzer beater, it was hilarious. I'm using Stream Me, so I'm behind.
It was not.
So
hilarious.
I just see y'all going off because this man hit the buzzer beater. And I see it like 5 seconds later. I was like, yo, ain't no way this happened again.
Bro, when Jamal Murray hit that shot, bro, we ain't talking about the Nuggets.
Oh, we didn't talk about the Nuggets.
We ain't talking about the Nuggets, man.
They're gonna be right up there. They're gonna be a top 3 seed.
What you think about Russell Westbrook on the Nuggets?
I don't. Yo, it's like we get Celtics Shaq.
Chill out.
Like Russell's my guy, you know that.
I don't foresee Celtics Shaq. That's just
obviously not as bad, but I'm just like seeing him in a Nuggets jersey is so weird.
I mean, he's been bouncing around now. He's about to enter journeyman territory.
He's already there.
When he gets, what do you consider journeyman? After
I'd say 5 or 6 teams. 5.
So he's on 5. This is team 5, right? Thunder,
Rockets,
Lakers,
Clippers,
Nuggets,
Wizards.
Yo,
6.
Not forget
so that's
that.
6. So that's 6 teams, right?
That's a journeyman for sure.
Yeah, he's
how many teams is Harden on? Is this a 16 or 5th?
Rockets, Thunder, Sixers, Clippers,
Nets.
Damn.
Journeyman.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, Russell Westbrook has eventually entered journeyman territory. I do love Russ, but
I like Russ on Denver. I don't think that solves their problems.
I don't think it does either.
They need shooters.
Their problem is the second apron.
So I think Russell Westbrook was a super desperation move. It's like we had to do something, but they lost KCP.
They lost
who's the
KCP.
glue. And I think he's
What was
going
the
to be
other buddy that lost the
loss.
year before?
Bruce Brown.
Yeah.
He on the Raptors. He probably
So now
another
they're
team
losing
to
more
could
glue.
get.
Lost
Bruce
2
Brown
guys.
was definitely good.
Lost 2.
I think he was great for that championship team.
Great for them, bro.
And Christian Braun, he's gonna have to start shooting. Like not even like even if he makes it or not, he's just going to have to be a respected shooter for this team to be any bit successful.
I think he'll work because I've watched. I bet on Jokic every night.
He does. He's
but
not lying.
I've seen him.
He says it in the chat.
Yeah.
Joker already.
If he's playing, I'm betting on him. But I've seen him pass the ball to a lot of his teammates, and they will miss the easiest of shots. Russ is not going to miss those shots. Aaron Gordon specifically, he's passing the ball to him. And he's missing.
that team,
he's missing layups, easy layups.
The second
Russ is
apron
going to miss
really
these layups, so I think
killed
that'll work. But it doesn't solve their outside scoring issue. But I think that's a good piece for them ultimately. I think that kind of makes up for the grit that they've lost with Bruce and with.
They had my guy Day'Ron Holmes, man. He got hurt this offseason. I mean, he was a rookie, so I don't know what much to expect. But another like 6'9" shooting big man who could play some defense. I'll help him.
And Jamal Murray
I was gonna say.
Hopefully we don't get Canada Jamal Murray.
I'm sick of him.
I was gonna say, bro.
He's just a shell.
First of all, I've always thought he only played good against us, and in the bubble.
And Boston.
And fact. But I think he's regressing, and I don't think Michael Porter Jr. is going to take another step.
They're probably going. I'm not even gonna lie. They're probably gonna have to trade him at some point.
Michael Porter Jr.
Yeah,
I mean, he's their best asset.
because Aaron Gordon's on the contract here as well.
He's their most attractive tradable asset. So
Yo, this offseason is gonna suck because it's like the first free agent is Jimmy Butler, then it's Aaron Gordon.
I think we could end the pot right there, yo.
They're gonna have to trade MPJ to keep Aaron Gordon as well.
Man, but I don't got too much to add, man. It's been a hell of a pod, man. This has been one of the funniest pod. This is the funniest pod I've ever done. It took me 221 episodes to do it, but yeah, shout out to my guy, Soundman behind the lens, and he was chatting with us tonight more than normal, man. I need this banter every pod now. Shout out to my guy Bink for pulling up, man.
Jordan Poole had a good game.
Oh God, but
he had 16 points on 60% shooting in 18 minutes.
Vibes. And yeah, but it was a hell of a pod, man. I want to thank everybody for listening. I'm your host, guy Mike Curry. I'm signing out. Episode number 221 is done. Peace.